Hello, welcome. We are set with SpongeBob Titans of the Tide. How are we all doing today? I've been looking forward to this one. Ugh. Let's see how it goes. I played the demo already. Later. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Search for SquarePants. Another adventure awaits you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is like a, yeah, about the DLC.
Another peaceful day in Bikini Bottom. For SpongeBob
French narrator.
SquarePants, every workday at the Krusty Krab is a special day.
Yeah, I remember this from the,
today will be an extra
from the
special
demo.
Day. Perhaps even hauntingly special.
Hauntingly special, because of the Flying Dutchman.
It's gonna be the best day ever, and I really mean it this time.
Oh, making fun of
who am I
the
kidding?
best day
I
ever
always
episode.
mean it.
SpongeBob, get over here, boyo. Lots to do
He really
before we
means it
open.
this time. He didn't mean it before. Alright. You've heard good things about this game. Awesome. I've heard good things about it too. I haven't really seen much on it yet.
Thanks to Squidward.
I played the demo, so I played a lot of the early stuff already. But yeah, I haven't really heard much about it just yet.
Get scrubbing or I'll have your hide.
You can count on me, Mr. Krabs.
Make them clean enough to eat off of.
So I gotta, yeah, I remember this. So you hit the tables. This is kind of a clever way of like teaching you the general game mechanics
I'll have these clean and no
by having you do something simple. Simple tasks. There we go. Yeah, the movement does feel pretty fluid.
Check it out! The floating patty!
Last night I had to hurry home to watch the latest episode of House Fancy before I could
House
clean
Fancy,
or restock
reference.
the kitchen, SpongeBob.
Reference to the episode with the infamous toenail scene.
better hurry upstairs.
That's
for
what everyone
fresh
thinks of
ingredients.
when they hear House Fancy. Collect ingredients. Yeah, it's just simple collection stuff. Beginning's a bit slow.
Bet you can't wait to become a Krabby Patty, you little
Oh,
greedy
goody.
you.
Maybe this will be the day I finally get caught in a stampede.
Could you review the episode Heart of Garbage? I think you'll like it a lot. I actually watched that episode yesterday. I'm not doing a video specifically about it, but I actually am going to talk about it in literally what I'm planning to be in my next video.
Well, I guess it's time to...
Also, hi. People saying hi in the chat. Yeah, Heart of Garbage, I liked, and they're kind of similar because they're both garbage-themed episodes. I liked SpongeBob Trash Pants this season. That was one I really enjoyed. Heart of Garbage, let's see, I'm writing my, like, Ken Modern SpongeBob, well, I'm writing like a video that talks about, like, good episodes of Modern SpongeBob. Heart of Garbage, I called flawed.
Get back! Do I look like a...
Oh, I have to go back there. Make Krabby Patties. Oh, it's just a cutscene. Yeah. I thought you were gonna like do something to like make the Krabby Patties, but yeah, whatever. Just gonna go to the cutscene. I guess I'll continue what I was saying after. You liked Heart of Garbage better. What did you like about Heart of Garbage? Why don't you let me know what you liked about it, and I'll discuss what I think of it.
It is I, the Flying Dutchman, the ghostly scourge of the seven seas.
Flying Dutchman with the TV show Flying Dutchman voice actor. Not couldn't get Mark Hamill for this one too.
The Flying Dutchman,
Nice to hear him again though. I did miss him a little bit in the movie.
unimaginable, unthinkable,
Several thinkable hours later.
I do like that the because I played the demo. I do like that it really does feel comedically like a SpongeBob episode, but kind of like you're playing a SpongeBob episode. King Neptune. So we got show design King Neptune, not the balding one from the movie. He looks great, especially for a video game. Graphics really do look Very good. With the character models. I'm a little on the fence on the world itself. And sometimes the background fish, I don't know, they don't capture them as much. But the actual, like, main characters, their models are very good.
Of course. Squidward will be happy to pay for your patties.
Squidward's gonna pay for his patties. Because he's cheap. I do like this rivalry. Flying Dutchman versus King Neptune. Have they ever shared an episode? No, they haven't, because I've reviewed every Flying Dutchman episode. And they've never, well, they shared they've never shared a scene. I don't know about an episode. They've never happened to be in the same episode. Though King Neptune's not in a lot of episodes. Yeah, the ghosts. SpongeBob is turning into a ghost. Oh no.
Oh, never mind. I've lost my appetite. It smells like a dirty sock in here.
They got what's his name? John O'Hurley. He's doing the. That was pretty good voice cast. He's Mr. Peterman in Seinfeld. Hello. Oh, this is funny. Later. And then it's the nuclear explosion. Gotta have a nuclear explosion. It is SpongeBob after all. Okay, so you liked Heart of Garbage better than SpongeBob Trash Pants. That is interesting. I didn't think Heart of Garbage was terrible. Oh, I don't want to give away too much of what I'm going to say in the video because I wrote a whole segment. So basically, I'm doing a video where I talk about multiple season 16 episodes that I thought were good. Heart of Garbage is not one of them. It's one of the episodes that I thought was, I would call it flawed. I wouldn't call it bad. Because like the episodes that in season 16 that I think are bad are like, you know, like Bizarro Bottom or Curse of the Werdoodle, like those ones that, you know, you saw the ones. You've seen my videos on them. I cover them. Yeah, SpongeBob, not SpongeBob Trash Pants. Heart of Garbage. Heart of Garbage, I felt had a lot of potential. Like there was a lot that they could have done with it. It almost was just over too quickly, you know? Like they had a lot of extended bits where they were actually just going through the garbage house. And I feel like that kind of derailed it telling an actual story. Like they don't even get to Squidward in the garbage with the like heart of garbage, which is like the premise of the episode. They never really get to that until the end. And that's the part that I was really interested in them exploring that. The whole like theme of like, you know, the garbage or, you know, I thought that like kind of the point is that like, you know, Squidward's kind of garbage, you know, because he was being all rude to those people in the beginning. So I am going to talk a little bit about it in the video in contrast to some other stuff. But I don't want to give away too much because I'd like you to watch the video. That will probably be this week's video. I'm actually planning on filming it today after I stream. And it's not fully written yet, so I still have to put some finishing touches on the script. What's your favorite SpongeBob episode, Dying for Pie, other than Dying for Pie, and your least favorite? Would I say Dying for Pie is my favorite SpongeBob episode? It might be. It's one I really love a lot. You know, as much as like Band Geeks, I think is like just... I get why Band Geeks is more iconic. And Band Geeks is probably, I guess, number 2 for me. I guess Band Geeks could be number 2. What are other ones I really love? I love Chocolate with Nuts. Oh, Krusty Krab training video might be number 2 for me. Krusty Krab training video is that's a special one to me. Least favorite is Truth or Square. That one's personal. Definitely personal. Elaine's boss talking about the voice actor of King Neptune. Yeah, I'm like a major Seinfeld fan, actually. You might not know that because I've never done a video on Seinfeld because I don't know how well it would do. Like if I did like a video like when I talk about SpongeBob but about a Seinfeld episode. I really want to, but like, is that gonna do well? Maybe when I'm like bigger and I'm like have a little bit more of a guaranteed audience who would want to hear me talk about SpongeBob. I'm sorry, who would want to hear me talk about Seinfeld. People do want to hear me talk about SpongeBob, because SpongeBob is very popular on the internet, whereas I don't think Seinfeld is as much. But I'm like a major Seinfeld fan. Like, I know that show super well. I think the colors look a little off. The lighting and environments are inconsistent. It still looks good. Yeah, I'm so on the fence. I think a lot of it looks good, but like, I don't know. What is it missing? It is a bit of a saturation thing. I think you kind of have an idea of it. Like, there are parts of it that I really love. You know, it does feel kind of like I'm going through a SpongeBob world. And that's wonderful. You know, that's really great. But there's something about the world that I think is imperfect. Some of the background fish, like, these kind of look like the... Whoa, I just got sniped. Oh! They aim. Crazy. I'm gonna die. Oh, I just hit a guy. Sorry. I do think so far the best thing are the main character models. Like the way that they made the main character models look, you know, player characters or lead characters like Mr. Krabs, Flying Dutchman, King Neptune, they look really good. Like, and I think these games have better budgets, you know. We've been playing a lot of the GBA games here. And that was back before SpongeBob was really popular. Seems like these games probably have better budgets now. My fave program is on. Thank you. That was my fiance in the chat. You're so sweet. Shout out to M, my fiance who's watching and is modding, so be careful, because she will ban you if you're mean to me. What are your thoughts on some Squidward-centered episodes from season 3, like Snowball Effect? I mean, Snowball Effect is an amazing episode. You mean like in the sense that a lot of season 3 episodes revolve around, I guess I wouldn't say Squidward torture, but like Squidward being kind of the butt of the thing? I don't know, man. They're pretty much all classics to me. I can't think of one season 3 episode that fits that description that's like a Squidward-centered one that I think is even like mediocre. They really nailed it. They do a good job in those episodes of like, you know, Squidward gets
You haven't come across Sheldon, have you?
Sheldon.
He took the keys to the chum.
No. Have you thought about looking in the chum bucket?
Oh my, seems I forgot who I'm
Blah,
talking
blah, blah, blah,
to. Anyway, last I
Is there a lot of
saw, he was
Karen
trying to
Patrick
find a way up
interactions
to the Krusty
in the
Krab.
show?
Ooh, for the half-off Krabby Patties.
That's
Yeah,
as
blah,
good
blah,
an
blah.
explanation
Not really gonna
as
sit
any,
and go
I
through
guess.
every piece of dialogue.
Listen, on your way to the Krusty
I've kind of
Krab,
an
look
idea of
out
it.
for Plankton and tell him to come back here before I blow a fuse. I'm
Blow a fuse because she's a
You
computer.
can use the chum bucket to climb up and over.
What was I saying? Talking about
Oh, just get to the root.
yeah, I gotta get to the roof. I was talking about season 3 Squidward episodes. Yeah, they do a really good job of making Squidward, like, I mean, not like deserve it, but like narratively deserve it. Even Club SpongeBob is an example where Squidward is like kind of the victim in Club SpongeBob, but they do a really good job of making Squidward like not deserve it, like in the fact that he deserves it, but it's like narratively deserves it, you know, like he's not being treated right by SpongeBob and Patrick. I talked about that episode and how they use you know, the magic conch against him and all that. And it's not right what SpongeBob and Patrick are doing, but like Squidward doesn't like play their game, and it's kind of teaching you that, hey, if you're around like irrational people like how SpongeBob and Patrick are in the episode, and you just keep fighting them, it's not going to do you any good. And I think that's actually a really good lesson, is that it's not so much that like Squidward deserves it like literally, but he deserves it because he's not properly dealing with SpongeBob and Patrick. Snowball Effect is a little like that too, where like, you know, SpongeBob and Patrick are being a little annoying. Like the best thing you can do is just go and ignore them. Or not really engage at all. And the show does a good job of doing that. Have you played any Kim Possible video games? No, I wasn't really into Kim Possible as a kid. Sorry. I think it was it before my time? It was just on, I didn't watch it on Disney Channel. I don't think it was before my time, specifically. I don't know, I was born in 98, so I would have been watching a lot of those sorts of shows around, you know, 2005-ish to 2011-ish. I guess that's when I was probably most active with this sort of stuff. Hence all the SpongeBob stuff. Isn't it like a rehash of Keep Bikini Bottom Beautiful from Season 7? Are you talking about Heart of Garbage? No, not at all. I would say that they are very distinct episodes. I wouldn't say Heart of Garbage is unoriginal. I would just say it's a little lacking in its story and themes. It has them. Like, it does have a story. It does have themes. It's just a little lacking in them, which is why I call it flawed instead of bad. Dying for Pie is my favorite. It's a great episode. It's just one of those SpongeBob episodes where it does not waste a second. Not a second's wasted. And I think Dying for Pie, I just love the way that they do the narrative of it all. Like you know, it just hits on, its situation really hits on something, you know, that I enjoy a lot. But Bang Geeks is also another one that's a lot like that. Do you like Amazing World of Gumball? Never seen an episode. Again, a little after my time. Like, I was more so... I was kind of done watching kids shows when Amazing World of Gumball came out. The formula.
My takeout order is getting cold.
All this fighting is only making
Plankton can't have a big presence in this game, I wouldn't think, because Dutchman is the villain.
But I can see that you're much hungrier than me. Why don't you go first?
But it's nice that he's in the game at all.
I guess my mama
Not like in, you know, the
tried
Search for
using that barrel
SquarePants,
to
he's not in it at all because Flying Dutchman is the villain. Gumball is interesting because I think it has an episode that has to do with modern SpongeBob formula. Oop, where'd it go? Modern SpongeBob formula better. They have episodes that are just loosely connected bits, but they're funny. Oh, you mean like what I said about Laundra Madness? Yeah, that can be done well. You can have an episode that's loosely connected bits if it has a story, or if all of the bits are independent stories. Sometimes, kind of like Family Guy cutaways can be like independent stories rather than a part of the story of the episode in question. So that's although I am planning a Family Guy cutaway video where I examine that a little more. I would love to see a Seinfeld video, but I totally get why you would wait, huh? I know, right? Maybe I should do like if I get really crazy, I should do like a Quentin Reviews where I just do every Seinfeld episode. That would not be worth the risk. Imagine I do all that, cover like every episode of Seinfeld. It just doesn't get a lot of views. I'd have to be sure that would do well if I was to do that. That'd be like a dream of mine to do a video like that, but it'd take a lot of work. I need to hire even more than the one editor I have, who's my fiance. Have you tried watching any Kim Possible episodes that you liked or you hate? I don't have any opinions on Kim Possible episodes because I've never seen the show. It's not super on my radar. I don't have anything against the show. It's just not on my radar right now. I have a lot of things that are on my radar to like cover and stuff, and it just isn't really on my radar. How culturally relevant is it? I don't really hear much about it, other than like, you know, your regular like nostalgia stuff. You know, the thing about SpongeBob that makes it really easy to cover is that SpongeBob is still airing. So SpongeBob is not only culturally relevant in the sense that it was a show we all watched when we were kids, but it's literally still airing, and it has been airing for so long, so there's so much to talk about with the show. That's what makes it kind of like the show for me to cover currently. Why did you start with the GBA SpongeBob games anyway? Also, it's my birthday. Happy birthday. Morbigana who? Happy birthday. Why did I start with the GBA games? Great question. Probably because the GBA games were the ones I played when I was a kid. They're the ones I played the most. And the GBA games were the first games. I mean, technically, I guess it was a Game Boy Color game. But the GBA was back when SpongeBob was new. So I thought I'd start kind of going, I guess, semi-chronologically. I'm not really playing them in any order. Like, obviously, I'm playing this game, but this game just came out, so I should probably play this game close to when it came out. If anything, I'm already playing this game a lot later than it came out. I wanted to do the stream when this game came out, but I wasn't doing a lot of, I was very busy back when this game came out. I was in the process of moving, getting into this new studio. But that's probably why I'm playing GBA games. I think, but I'm going to try to play all of them. I'm going to try to really play every official SpongeBob game in some capacity. Including, like, Flash games or, like, PC games. Like, I want to see if I can really get a hold of all of them. Oh, look, the bus sign from Rock Bottom, which doesn't make any sense, because are we in Rock Bottom? We're not in Rock Bottom. Why is that in Rock Bottomese? This is kind of unrelated and unlikely, but I'd love to see a new Simpsons game with this quality. That's not unrelated at all. That is completely relevant to the game that I'm playing. Yeah, I played a little bit of Hit and Run, actually. Which is funny because I'm not a big Simpsons guy. I should get more into the Simpsons. It's kind of off my radar. I watched it when I was a kid, when I was in, like, 5th grade. And then I got more into Family Guy. So I'm not, like, a huge, like, Simpsons guy. I was watching a little bit of season 1 not too long ago. I would like to watch at least, like, all of the golden era, like up to, like, season 9 or whatever. I played the demo for this game. It's fun. It was fun. I played the demo too, so I've already done a lot of this already. Ah. Yeah, stack the boxes. Yeah, it's good, like, platforming. Pretty solid stuff. I actually have Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. It's fun. I think I'm going to play the original, and then maybe a little bit down the road after I play the original, I'll play the remake.
Amazing, but I hate ghosts. I'm so conflicted.
Do you remember playing a SpongeBob game from a Leapfrog interactive book and cartridge? It was called Salty Sea Stories, released in 2003. I never had those, but I'm familiar with their existence. Those would probably be pretty hard to get a hold of. I did say I wanted to play every official SpongeBob game, so... Oh, those were children. Okay. I thought those were enemies because they were all ghostly. Alright, I made it to the Krusty Krab. It's all ghostly. I heard the YouTuber Mike Toontown put Super Sponge in the F tier in the SpongeBob Games tier list video. Well, yeah, that's probably about right. Super Sponge. I know, well, they might have been talking about because the PlayStation version is more popular. Oh, this is like a mini boss. Was this in the demo? Played it a while ago. Yeah, Super Sponge is pretty trash. You can see my review of Super Sponge on the GameCubicle. And you can see me play Super Sponge over on, if you go into the description of this video, it's just called Fanelli, just my last name, is where I put all these streams. So you'll notice that when I do these streams, they're not, well, that when you do my streams, they don't end up on the channel. And that's pretty intentional because I don't want these streams on the main channel distracting the audience, so I post them to a channel that's just called Fanelli. Usually is a little while after. I gotta get this guy out of the way. I gotta lock in a little bit. So you can check out that channel if you want to watch some, just kind of this, but you don't have to catch it live. Oh, that almost got, okay. Ouch. Or aka, oh, no tier. So no tier is like the bad tier. I like tier lists as a way of... No. No! Is that just... Okay. That... Honestly, that was better than having to climb all the way back up. I'd rather just die. Would you ever like to review other Nick shows like Danny Phantom or Invader Zim? Invader Zim, yes. I think that would be a cool show to cover. It's just, it has a bit of a cultural resurgence, right, Invader Zim? It's just the audience, you know, like, you want to be sure that you're going to capture at least some audience. Like, I don't try to make everything with, like, ooh, what's going to, like, get the most views, but there's a lot of considerations to make with like what are people interested in seeing, and what is the best show for me to cover that is a tool to talk about what is really the main idea of my channel, which is reviewing media and talking about the importance of storytelling and what a story should look like, both as a consumer or if you want to be a writer. So if you're a consumer, what you should look for, or if you're a writer, what you should write. I try to write my content for that equally, so like you don't have to be someone who's necessarily interested in writing to enjoy my content. You could be a consumer as well. So yeah, Danny Phantom, I watched it as a kid. I haven't watched it in a long time. Invader Zim I watched a bit of not too long ago. I think of the two shows, I'd probably be more interested in talking about Invader Zim. I think it's an interesting show. Got the Zeppelin.
Patrick, up here! Hurry!
I'm coming, SpongeBob!
Ah, straw, my water bottle's all messed up. Sorry guys, you're gonna have to wait. Climb. In that book and cartridge, oh, they're talking about this is the same person who was talking about, oh, it just went away. Whoa. Oh, in that book and cartridge, they changed the name from Idiot Box to Imagination Day. They're talking about the, Leapfrog cartridge. They changed the name from Idiot Box to Imagination Day because they didn't want to say idiot on a Leapfrog console. That is very funny.
Patrick!
I guess that's fine. What are those for, like, 3-year-olds?
This is gonna
I mean,
be
target audience, you know. I don't mean, like, anyone, but... How do you rank the main characters in Seinfeld? My order is George, Elaine, Kramer, Jerry. Huh, interesting. I'd say George, Kramer, Elaine, Jerry. I know I ranked Jerry last, but I do like Jerry more than I think most.
And you're not BFFs with a monster, are
Madam
you?
Cassandra from the Cosmic Shake came back in this game. I haven't played Cosmic Shake. Oh, that was another reference. BFF. Best Friends Forever ring. Oh yeah, they use it as their switch. So the other one turns into the ghost because of the Best Friend Forever ring. It's the best friend forever. Best friend forever ring. I haven't seen or heard anything about this game, but I love how they're still keeping the original tikis from GameCube Battle from Bikini Bottom. The original tikis? Oh, the like boxes you break?
Oh boy.
Simpsons Golden Era is 3 through 8, then 1 and 2 are fine. They're so different it feels like a different show. True, yeah, I've heard that. Is it 3 through 8 or is it 3 through 9 that's considered Golden Era? I guess it's debatable, huh? Yeah, if I was going to watch it though, I'd want to watch it from the beginning to probably where the end of the Golden Era is, because I don't think I want to watch the whole 30 seasons or whatever. I don't think I'm really interested. Maybe some particularly like disliked newer episodes.
Alright, SpongeBob, listen up. That blasted
Titans of the Tide is better than Cosmic Shake. Gotcha. I'll have to play both and
How are we gonna do that, Mr. Crab?
and
floating patty, of course.
Great idea,
critique them
Mr.
both.
Krabs. The floating patty. Refuge for
this game would be
hungry
better
and
if every time you
the
got hit they screamed my leg.
They've
Is
run
that
it all.
sarcasm?
Now,
Is
first
that?
I need you
Are
to
you making fun of me because I made fun of the my leg video? Or are you serious? So I feel like that would get old really fast.
Uniform from Pearl at her boutique.
Just get it.
All employees must proudly wear the standard issue floating patty uniform, which
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
This
Let's
is
shake
what is
this
this?
place up so we can ship out.
I have to switch the. Alright, so now I can switch the guys. This is the outfits, right? Oh. Hold on. Shop. Oh, I have the DLC. Oh. I want to be a pirate. Birthday suit, Patrick. That's funny. Swashbuckler. I'll be the pirate one because I like the movie. I like that outfit. I heard some people like Super Sponge on PS1 and some people hate Super Sponge on PS1. I have not played it on PS1. I played it on GBA. I should play it on PS1 to see the difference. Does Squidward appear in this Titans of the Tide game, or is he absent? No, Squidward's in this game. He was at the Krusty Krab at the beginning. I don't know what his gameplay function is, but he is in the game. Oh look, it's the little pets. Where did Plankton's pet come from? I actually haven't seen those episodes. What is this behind there? What is that thing? Oh, is that just like... Oh, it's just like a lamp. I thought it was like another animal. Super Sponge is a trash game. Well, it is for the GBA, that's for sure. It's an interesting game, though. Feels like a side game. When I played Super Sponge on GBA, I had it as a 2 games in 1. So it just felt like a side course, you know? So maybe I gave it more of a pass for that, but as like a full game, oh yeah, that is not a complete product. No way. Alright, I'm supposed to like throw stuff. Alright, is that the deal here? What about the Nicktoons Unite games? I might do those. I was never... I don't know why I was never a huge fan of those when I was younger. I had it on the GameCube and I had it on the DS. I don't know. I always like didn't buy it. Like those like universes being together. I always felt like they clashed a little bit. I could give them a try though, but I'd want to probably play all the SpongeBob games first before I play Nicktoons Unite. I feel like you know, if I played Nicktoons Unite, I wouldn't like get into it as much, you know, like I think like when you play it, and maybe I'm thinking of like Quentin Reviews because he had a whole big like Nicktoons Unite video. But like I'm just thinking of like how he was all into talking about like the lore implications and whatnot. And I don't know, I'm just like not that kind of reviewer. I talk more about like gameplay and stuff, which I could probably critique its gameplay too. Perhaps. Which is better, SpongeBob Titans of the Tide or Cosmic Shake? I'm gonna have to play them both to properly judge them. Oh, I just fell. Do you think that this is the worst of the new SpongeBob games other than the Patrick game? I haven't played enough of it to be able to tell you. I actually haven't played any of the... I haven't played like Cosmic Shake yet, so I have to I'd have to actually play them all to my leg used to be funny, and now every time I see that fish, I know what's happening next. I know, right? Have they used Fred in a non-my leg context in like any episode lately? I feel like they haven't. What am I supposed to do here? I already forgot. I played the demo not too long ago, but I've already kind of forgot what I was doing. Alright, come on. I can imagine that if there was a sequel episode to One Course Meal called Another Course Meal, this time with Squidward being afraid of Komodo dragons. Do Komodo dragons eat octopi? I feel like they don't really want to touch One Course Meal. Usually when they do sequel episodes, it's because they know that they're well liked and people will watch them just because it's a sequel to an episode they know. I don't think they'll attempt One Course Meal.
Let's get to Pearl's Boutique so I can buy my new uniform.
Cosmic Shake was a great game, but Titans of the Tide takes it to another level of greatness. Oh, cool. They're making Fred playable in the new DLC for this game. Really? They're making Fred playable before any of the other characters? That's crazy. Do I have to wear that, or is that just...
SpongeBob, do you hear me loud and clear?
Where is he talking?
Loud and clear.
Excellent.
Oh, right. Wow, SpongeBob. That worky-talkie really brings
Can I just
out
change
the
back to the
color in
costume
your
that I
eye.
like better?
Ask Daddy if I can open.
Okay.
It's called fashion.
Okay, cool. I can just go the other way. Talk to Mr. Krabs. I haven't really even, like, gotten... It's kind of a bit of a long-winded intro. You know, it's just a little long-winded. If Squidward was a major character in the Flea in Her Dome episode, wouldn't he be affected by fleas? Would... What? What are you asking? I'm not really sure. I don't really like that episode, Flea and her dough. I always hated that one. It's weird you can see the costumes before you unlock them. I feel like that takes away from unlocking them. Oh yeah, that is weird. You can see them before you unlock them. Where am I supposed? It said talk to Mr. Krabs. Where is Mr. Krabs? Where'd he go? I feel like he would be in the office. Is he in the bathroom? No. Where is he? Where'd he go? Is he down here? Oh, he's down here. Right? No, what is happening? Oh, there he is. What I mean is if Squidward came into contact with the fleas unknowingly and got bit. Well, yeah, probably. I guess with the cartoon logic. I don't know if a flea would really affect an octopus in real life.
No. What are you trying to say?
It means
I personally can't watch SpongeBob anymore since I developed trypophobia, fear of holes and clusters, for example, of sponge. You developed it, so you didn't always have it?
Location on the map.
That's interesting. What how did that happen if you're interested in sharing your phobia? I'm sorry to hear that. That's been difficult for you.
Do you see that? Just off the coast of Gulagoon.
It's alright, I'm really afraid of bugs.
Goldfish Island, rumored to be the hiding
Like,
place of the
very,
legendary
like, irrationally afraid of
Captain
bugs.
Goldie.
Bugs just freak me
A rumor
out.
mostly spread by the owner of
That's how
Captain
phobias work. It
Goldie's
just kinda
treasure
happened,
hunter
gotcha.
resort.
Understood. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Island. Oh, boy,
Well,
Patrick.
welcome to the stream. I hope SpongeBob isn't bothering you in the game. I guess maybe he's smaller, so it's not as freaky.
Mystery and adventure?
It's better when I play as Patrick. Sometimes it makes you play as SpongeBob. Oh, see, like right now I have to play as SpongeBob because that's how I do the karate kick. There we go. Oh, I already got a costume. Oh, it's not that you're not bothered by SpongeBob in general. It's that there are some episodes where SpongeBob is specifically like close up. Yeah, that must be tough because like it'd probably be hard to find like a database where it's like all of the episodes where you see SpongeBob's pores close up. Like you could probably make a list because there are multiple. I used to be scared of bees, but I love them now. I'm scared and hate wasps though. Yeah, I think fear of wasps is pretty natural. Just about not getting hurt. I like that karate is a part of his moveset. When was the last time they did anything karate related in the show? True, they don't really do that a lot. People were saying, because I just did a video on the bully, and then, you know, in that episode, SpongeBob's like getting bullied, you know, the guy's gonna kick his butt. But it's saying that, SpongeBob should have fought back because he knows karate. And I'm like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. What were your thoughts on the episode, The Inmates of Summer? And what if there was a sequel episode of it from season... It's from season 6, where Squidward got sent to a prison camp. Have I ever seen that one? That's not the one where they... That's not the one where they get... That's not the one where they get stuck at the prison camp, and there's the guy who's voiced by Arlie Ermy. Because that wasn't Squidward, that was SpongeBob and Patrick. So I don't think I've seen that episode. Is that the one where there's like a whale in the prison and everyone thinks it's like Pearl's dad because it's another whale? What's up, Jackson? FNAF on Fire 3704. What's up with you, FNAF on Fire 3704?
Supposed to be Father-Daughter Day, and so far all we've done is nothing.
No, it's a what if scenario. Season 6 got 30 episodes. Oh, so you mean... So I was correct. That was that episode. With the Arlie Ermy guest star. So that was that episode. So what... Oh, what if it had a sequel episode where Squidward got sent to the prison camp? I mean, I guess anything could work if it's, Anything could work if it's told well, but there was something about the original episode where
You got it, Mr. Krabs, sir.
SpongeBob and Patrick specifically in the prison setting were kind of in contrast to it. I don't know how well Squidward would work in that setting. Because kind of like SpongeBob and Patrick's obliviousness. And the joke was they thought it was summer camp, right?
Daddy.
Like they, he's all stretchy. They didn't know that it was a prison. They thought it was a summer camp. That was like the joke. Like I don't think Squidward would be that oblivious. Like I mean maybe you do it where he thought it was like an art camp or whatever. The whale in the prison is Jailbreak from season 9A. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I've never seen that one. Yes, what if R. Lee Ermey reprised the role? This time, Squidward had to join them as punishment for destroying Krusty Krab properly. That'd be a cool idea. Unfortunately, R. Lee Ermey has passed away, so he would not be able to reprise his role. But I guess that would have been good to do, because you were saying, what if it was in season 6? It would have been nice to have done that. No! There we go. Am I too early here? How many episode season of SpongeBob have you seen? I've seen probably every episode of, I'd say the first 6 seasons, maybe 7. Ouch. And I've seen a good amount of the most recent seasons and like very little in between. Like I've just finished up watching all of season 16 because I've been covering it. Saw a good amount of season 14 and 15. And then yeah, like all of the early stuff, all the original stuff for sure.
Squidward? What are you doing here?
It's bold and brash.
A masterpiece if it weren't for you. And the fact this shoddy resort has lit the subject so poorly.
It's a common thing with artists who don't do a very good job, is they constantly are blaming other reasons. So that's pretty well written.
Fix things up. You'll be doodling like no one has ever doodled before.
He's gonna get mad. Yeah.
I am no doodler. I am an artiste.
Let's help Squidward bring his art to still life.
So I have to break the thing. Okay. Yeah. Maybe not like that. And there we go. And then I have to find a barrel to break the thing. We all know they're going to do the Magic Conch sequel episode eventually. Yeah. People kept saying that on my Magic Conch video, that they were going to do a sequel. That it's one that they're expecting. Is it like that? Would that work? I mean, I guess they've done plenty of sequel episodes that don't work. But what I mean is, like, is that, like, that kind of thing? Like, with, like, Nosferatu. Like, Nosferatu's, like, such a figure. I wonder, like, would they do a full episode that's, like, bringing back the Magic Conch? I don't know. I almost don't think they would. I mean, maybe they would. What do you think they would do? Good or bad? Yeah, like, they could do a good version, or what would their bad version be? Because they might do it poorly as well. Catch jellyfish.
Not if I can buy them all before you.
Wouldn't Stuck in the Ringer work better if Squidward stuck SpongeBob in the ringer instead of Patrick? Would it? It's Handsome Squidward. Shout out, watch my Handsome Squidward video. I rewrote that episode.
Perfect, you morons.
He still called them morons when they helped him. Yeah, I think like Stuck in the Ringer's main problem isn't so much that Patrick did it. It's been a long time since I've watched it, so I don't have as much of an analytical eye on it. But I think Stuck in the Ringer's real big problem was just that it was kind of frustrating to watch. Like it just kind of went on and on and on. Of like that, we get it, he's stuck in the thing, and it's not like that it's not that compelling of a conflict, you know, like just like being like stuck in a thing. You know, it's a cartoon trope, you know, it's like just an inconvenience plot. Like there's a thing that is like the thing that's the thing, you know, and it's like, yeah, what? I mean, it could be done well. I'm sure there's plenty of episodes, like classic episodes, that are just like the thing that's the thing.
The rooms are so
But
small. I have to
that's
sit
probably
right
its
there
main problem.
and
So I think if it were like the same episode, but like Squidward did it instead of Patrick, even though I guess that would help.
Let me know if you
But,
think your red Captain
not too
Goldie's
much.
been watching you boys, and you might be brave and daring enough
Squidward
to
is an
travel
amazing
the
artist. He's
golden
just an awful
path
person.
after all.
Yeah, there was actually some funny
Why, I
discussions.
think you're so
Um, what video was it?
Not so fast, my absorbent.
Where I talked about
Said it ain't enough to be brave.
okay, I gotta
If
get the
you can
lighthouse.
fix the-
I'm not gonna sit through all the
Captain Goldie sure
dialogue
is
in here.
great,
I feel like you guys are here to listen to me talk and not all of the dialogue in this game. I think that's more of like a long play thing. Like maybe I'll like comment on it if it's needed, if it's necessary. But what was I saying? Something about, oh, this was the thing that everyone was mad about. Didn't make any sense. Like look at this.
Yes.
Just the little bowl on the head. I mean, I guess that's like canonically been like enough, but like I don't think that would really help at the bottom of the ocean.
We're supposed to fix the lighthouse for
I think they could have done a little bit more with
How are we
that.
supposed to get across the bay?
Not all of us can float.
Oh yeah, you do the surfboard. I remember that.
Ain't this a swell day to hang tin? Even.
Yeah, there was like a big discussion. What video was it where I talked about Squidward being a bad artist or a good artist? There was something. I'm trying to remember. What was it? There were a lot of debates about like Squidward being a bad artist or a good artist. Where I don't remember what video it was, but the debate was like I said something about like Squidward being either like a good or bad artist. And they were like, no, Squidward's actually a good artist because like he paints all of these things. And I was kind of talking about the difference between the narrative idea of Squidward being a bad artist and like the literal, you know, us as the audience seeing all of these like paintings that obviously weren't made by Squidward because Squidward's not real. All of the paintings that Squidward made were made by the art department of SpongeBob. So they all look good because they're Squidward's paintings. But in universe, I think the reason that Squidward is a bad artist is because he's selfish, because he's not selfish, because he's vain. You know, all of his paintings are self-portraits. And that's why people don't like what he does, because he's all self-absorbed. So kind of like what the chatter said, where it's he's a good artist, but he's a bad person. That's kind of like why he's not that good at art, because he can't get himself out of his own way. And that's actually pretty common. I've been around a lot of like, you know, artist people. And one of the things that you really have to learn to do as an artist or as a YouTuber is to learn to like respect your audience, to respect what your audience wants to see. Not so much like completely compromise, because then you know, because then you're Mr. Beast or whatever, and you just do whatever is the most algorithm friendly of everything. You know, it's finding that balance between like, am I a, you know, it's kind of like why I cover like a lot of like SpongeBob stuff. Like I do cover SpongeBob because I know that people like it, because I know that it gets a lot of views, but I also haven't had to compromise on my integrity, on my sincerity. So
volunteered for something called.
I have to pick up trash. I have to pick up trash. That's the whole thing. So it's kind of like, that's kind of the lesson with like Squidward, is like people who just do whatever they want to do and expect it to be successful. Like you can do whatever you want to do if you're not looking to be successful, but it's when you just do whatever you want to do, put out any content that is just what I wanted to make, and then be like, oh, why am I not getting views? And it's like, well, because you didn't think about your audience. Squidward's kind of like that. That's what we can learn from Squidward as an artist. Because Patrick is supposedly SpongeBob's best friend who does some stupid things, whereas Squidward does not like him or Patrick at all. You're talking about Stuck in the Ringer? Why it should have been Squidward instead of Patrick. Yeah, I think that would have solved some problems, but I don't think it would have solved the whole episode. I think there were bigger issues.
To get those reps in.
Oh, okay. We're doing a race. Race and Larry. Another what if scenario happened. What if there was a sequel to Clams from season 3, where this time they add Plankton and Patrick to the cast? So it's the same story, but it has Plankton and Patrick there? I guess that could shift up some of the dynamics. But you'd probably have to do something to make it make sense that they're doing the same story again. Oh, this is just on foot? Or do I have to do the... Oh, no, I can do the surf. Oh, I should have done that the whole time. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't getting it yet. Now I get the deal. I have to do the surfing thing.
You got this, SpongeBob.
Alright, probably have to kind of like lock in a little bit on this to get this right. There we go. Alright, now we surf. Whoa! Oh, that was tricky. This is going to be tricky. This is going to be a whole thing, huh? Would it be kind of ridiculous if they really... Would it be kind of ridiculous to really recommend Season 8 and 9? They really improved Season 5 and 7 and spawned bangers like... No, I mean, I don't think it's ridiculous to recommend anything. Like, also, you know, if you recommend something to me, you can't really go too wrong with it, because if it's really good, then I really like it. But if it's, like, bad, then I have something to talk about. So, then I have something to talk about on the channel, you know? The worst is when I watch something that's, like, unremarkable, that I have, like, nothing to say about. That's, like, those are the worst things to me. At least if something's really bad, I got something to say. You know? So, I'm going to try to look at more of the show. Yeah, see more of the show. It is kind of strange I haven't, like, really watched every part of the show. Oh, I missed that again. Magic Conch sequel would be SpongeBob and Patrick going around doing bad things because the Magic Conch is telling them, but nobody would be mad because the shell told them to. Then Squidward does it and gets arrested. I feel like that could work as a first draft. I think that needs a little more to it. Maybe it could be like, I don't know. I feel like the Magic Conch, I feel like the reason that the Magic Conch shouldn't get a sequel episode is because the point of the Magic Conch episode is they're all stranded in the wilderness. So if you have like a Magic Conch episode and it's like in Bikini Bottom, like I guess you could do that, and then you're like kind of doing a whole thing where it's like the Magic Conch cult in Bikini Bottom. But I think it's pretty important that the Magic Conch episode took place in the wilderness. It had a very specific power dynamic and a very specific environment. And I think if they were just in regular society with the Magic Conch stuff, I just don't... Either you would just have it be a really deep commentary on, like, cults in general, which would be kind of a lot, you know, for the show. I mean, I guess they could do it, but I think that would kind of be the issue. Oh, man. If they did, knowing the writers, they would likely make it the Conch leads SpongeBob to success when he listens to it, but when he doesn't, he gets in trouble somehow and teaches kids to be followers. Magic Conch. Yeah, I mean, I guess they would just miss the point. They would just not, you know, or they do something annoying, like they would do like what they did with Idiot Box, where like they have it be like, no, the Magic Conch is actually real. Like they would confirm that it's real. They wouldn't make it ambiguous. Although I actually don't think it's ambiguous. I think it's actually narratively, I think the Club SpongeBob communicates that the Magic Conch is not real. Like, I think the story actually is trying to tell you that the Magic Conch does not exist, because when the plane drops all of the food, or maybe not doesn't exist, but maybe they're trying to communicate that it didn't do the thing that they think it did. I think maybe that's the point. I don't know what's going on here. Do I have to do this? Is this optional? Because this is I feel like I'm kind of in a rut here with this, like, race, whatever this is. Yeah, I don't think that's for completion. Is there a bunch of, like, optional stuff in this? Because I'm probably just going to any %. How would waiting work better if Squidward was waiting for something and snapped at SpongeBob and Patrick? That would work better than if SpongeBob rudely snapped at Patrick. That's out of character. I haven't seen Waiting in a long time. I have not seen that episode in years, so I can't really properly speak on it. At least from what I remember, wasn't when SpongeBob snapped in waiting, it was at the end of the episode, like after all the stuff happened, so it kind of made sense narratively. I don't know, I'd have to revisit it.
We do.
Then here you go. Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Who's your favorite SpongeBob character? Probably Plankton. I love Plankton.
SpongeBob, let's go to the jungle.
Hot take, Squidward is more of a friend than Patrick has ever been. Yeah, I think so. I think Squidward's like the friend who would tell it like it is, you know? Like some of the stuff like the pizza delivery when Squidward like stands up for him. Like yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it really needs to be a competition. They're just different kinds of friends. Like, you know, Patrick's like the friend who's gonna hang out with you like every day. You know, and Squidward's the friend who might like stand up for you in a certain situation and might be better in certain situations. So it's kind of like what would you value more in a friend? A friend who's going to hang out with you all the time and shares your interests, or a friend that you're not as close with but is going to be there for you in the right time, you know? I don't know if it's specifically better or worse. I think it's just a different kind of friend. Hi, what do you think of Titans of the Tide so far? I'm enjoying it. I haven't gotten that far in it yet, but I think it really controls really well. I'm really liking it a lot.
Like a giant salad.
Do I...
What's there not to
Can I grab that?
like?
Can I get across, or is that... Oh, I throw it. There we go. I thought of a what-if scenario. An episode where Mrs. Puff is out sick, so Squidward has to be the substitute boating school teacher. If it's because, like Squidward, Puff hated... Oh, Puff and Squidward both hate SpongeBob. Has that been an episode? Why does it sound like an episode where Squidward is the driving teacher? I don't know if that's a thing. I take that back. I just remember there's that one episode where he takes advantage of SpongeBob. You're talking about Squidward being a better friend. What episode are you talking about? I'm saying that would be the episode from Modern SpongeBob. That was not my genuine hope. Oh, are you talking about Magic Conch? Your Magic Conch suggestion? That is probably what they would do. They would miss the point. That is definitely the case. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Right in there. How do I get across it?
Nothing I love more than standing still.
Honestly, I think that would be hilarious if there's a straight up cult in SpongeBob. Like a Magic Conch cult. Yeah, I just think it would go too far, you know? Like, if you're gonna do that, like, do that. You know, like, actually, like, you're gonna have to actually address, like, what a cult is. You know, that's why Club SpongeBob did it so good. Well, first of all, Club SpongeBob isn't only about cults. I think Club SpongeBob is about religion in general. Not just about a cult. It's kind of interchangeable. Like, you could have it be more cult-like, or, you know, not that I think that all religions are cults. I actually think the definitions are important to be separated. But yeah, I think if you were going to do... That was kind of like Heart of Garbage. I just watched Heart of Garbage, the new episode. It seemed like it was going to be like a cult episode. It was going to be all culty. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay. So I got some kind of... I don't know when I got that ability. I'm saying that it... Yeah, it would be there. Yeah, they would probably just do it as like a reference, a cheap reference episode. I'm not sure if you played either game, but between Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which is the more respectable game by principle? I like the way you phrase that question. It's not a better game. Which is the more respectable game? Nah, I've only played Mario Kart World. I played Mario Kart World and Kirby Air Riders. Respectable game. It's hard to say. I probably think more positively about Mario Kart World than the average person on it. What did I press to do that? How do I do that thing? There it is. That was the button. But yeah, I have not played Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, so I wouldn't have a strong opinion of them. I have some videos about Mario Kart World and my criticisms on it on the Game Cubicle, which is linked in the description of this one.
aren't you?
Well, I can if you walk into them.
Come on.
Call me
Okay.
Air Sponge.
SpongeBob cried a lot in waiting, and Patrick did near the end. Do you think SpongeBob and Patrick's non-stop crying gets old really fast? Yes. Yes, you gotta be more scarce with stuff like that, for sure. There's definitely, again, I haven't seen that episode in a long time. If I really deeply looked at it, maybe I would think differently of it, but oh, doing that wrong. But I do remember it being a bit much in those episodes. Or in that one episode that was just all about SpongeBob, like, crying constantly. Just a bit much. Just gets old. Boating Buddies is close enough to Squidward and boating school. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is that one. Where Squidward's at the boating school. Because he's definitely not in that setting very often. Patrick's probably in that setting more often than Squidward.
Is that real?
Oh. That guy's dead. He didn't even turn into a ghost. I thought he was going to turn into a ghost. That guy's just dead. Old boomer. Oh, I'm fighting a boomer, guys. He's going to shoot cannonballs at me, and he's going to leave me with a worse housing market. Thanks, old boomer. Jerk. Ow! That is a clever attack.
Sure needed these.
Hey, Jackson, first time catching a stream. Glad I could pop in. Hey, thank you, the real Joe Bean. Glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. I was trying to read the chat and I got hit by the boomer. Alright, I should probably, like, fight this guy. That's actually really cool. That's really clever. When he goes and he hides, he drops a cannonball as he disappears. So he doesn't attack and he switches out. That's really cool. Pretty cool gameplay stuff here. Does trick me. Because you think he's trying to shoot it away. And he ends up putting it where you are. Alright, I got you, bro. Where'd it go? I don't remember the name. I'm very bad with SpongeBob, but it's one where he gets fired for supposedly stealing Mr. Oh, what are you talking about? Sorry, I think I missed your first... Whatever you said. What were you talking about? That's Can You Spare a Dime, the episode you're talking about. If you could elaborate. They go to the magic conch factory and show how it's made. Oh, like the magic box repair shop in Squiddy Box. Awful. Just awful. I can't believe they did that. Watch my magic box video. Imagination box video or whatever. Modern SpongeBob doesn't understand imagination. Very proud of that title. Because it means two things. It means they don't understand the imagination box. And they also aren't very imaginative with their stories. There's actually a cult in the episode Cephalopod Lodge. No, it's not a cult. It's just a group where they dress in funny outfits. Is it a... I need to watch it again. I think it's just like a funny thing. Is it like actually... Like, does it behave like a cult? Because all I remember from that episode is it's like a club. Maybe it looks like a cult because it's a comedy and it's funny. But I mean, I don't think that episode is about cults. I think that episode is about Squidward wanting to feel accepted. And has a place that is meaningful to him, and SpongeBob and Patrick take it away. I remember liking the Cephalopod Lodge episode as a kid. Funny, I didn't like it as a kid. I feel like I would like it more now. I should watch it again. Haven't seen it in a very long time. I zoned out for 2 seconds. Why are we discussing what qualifies as a cult? Because we're talking about, we were talking about the Magic Conch. And I was saying it's an episode about cults, but it's also an episode that comments on religion. It kind of comments on both, depending on how you look at the lesson. But I was saying that I think that those things are different, because some people say that it's the same. So that's why we're discussing that. I got a Switch 2 for Christmas. I cannot put Mario Kart World down. Nice. It's a good game. Congrats getting a Switch 2 for Christmas. That is a good present. I haven't gotten a console on Christmas since the Wii U in 2012. Now I buy my consoles when they come out.
Gold! It's still out there, lads!
Hey, in the timeline twist-up video, you forgot to mention Rock Bottom came back briefly in Out of the Picture and fully in Food Truck. Why did you not mention that? I didn't think it was relevant to the video. I did know that Rock Bottom has appeared on the show, that it's not the first time that they revisited the location. It's just that I didn't feel it was relevant to the overall discussion. I was talking about how they revisited the episode. Why, did I say in that video that it's the first time they've shown Rock Bottom since season 1? I don't think I said that. If I did say that, then I'm sorry, because that was that would be misinformation. But it wasn't relevant to the video. Like, there was no reason for me to say, oh yeah, there also were these other episodes that took place in Rock Bottom. It wouldn't have really been necessary for what I was criticizing. So that's why I didn't mention it. It wasn't about referencing Rock Bottom. It was about going back to the literal story of Rock Bottom was what I was criticizing in that episode. Oh, pass through the waterfall. That's where I'm supposed to go. Did I just die? Good job. If SpongeBob were to have a crossover episode with another Nickelodeon franchise, which would you choose? Personally, I would choose Odd Parents. Man... it could be like any, like does it have to be like current, or it's like, oh, like back when, you know, I'm not gonna say like Jimmy Neutron, but like if I said Jimmy Neutron has been on the air a long time. I don't really know. Let me think. Because one tough thing about that is that SpongeBob is very hard to like cross over with. I think they were like specifically against doing crossovers. There was like a thing where they like didn't do crossovers. I don't know. I think the problem with SpongeBob doing a crossover is that SpongeBob is supposed to feel like it exists in our world, like under the sea. That like, because that like when they go to the surface, it's like live action. So like if SpongeBob did exist and it crossed over with like the Fairly Odd Parents, like what does that mean? Does that mean that they go into like another dimension? Kind of like with Nicktoons Unite? Or is it like, no, like the Fairly Odd Parents world just exists on the surface and SpongeBob exists in the ocean? Because I don't think I would vibe with that very much, you know? Because it'd be like, wait, like, so like fairies exist like in SpongeBob, you know? So they would have to do something with like a switching timelines. Or switching dimensions, you know? Which is what they did with the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, and that was liked. I don't know. I just don't think any other show like fits its vibe. I just feel like if it crossed over or something, it just wouldn't really work. You know, I'm almost kind of glad it never got a crossover. You know, I'm not against the idea of crossovers at all, but I just don't think it would really hit with one. I think it's just so like, because even with like Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, like Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron, like they weren't the same show, but I would say that they had like some like similar enough vibes to them that they kind of made sense to cross over, even if their crossover was they went in different dimensions. And also the fact that it's like, you know, there's the science and magic, like one show's about science and one show's about magic, and that it used the differences between those two things to its advantage. I think that was very clever. But SpongeBob doesn't really have that. It doesn't really have a thing that's like, oh, this is like a different kind of world that makes it work. I don't know. I hate to not give you an answer, but I don't... Oh, okay. I hate to not give you an answer, but I just don't think there is one that I would want to see. I like the Toadette plush. Who are your top 3 Mario characters? Thank you. I actually always play as Toadette in Mario games, like Mario Party and stuff. Because in Mario Party 6, Toadette was an unlockable character. So my first Mario Party game was Mario Party 5. So when I got Mario Party 6, Toadette was an unlockable character. So it felt like she was the special character, so I played as Toadette all throughout Mario Party 6, and it just kind of stuck. I also think I just like playing as a female character that wasn't one of the princesses. If that makes sense with Toadette. So Toadette is the big one. I love Toad's Worth. I miss Toad's Worth. And other top Mario character. And Wario. Toadette, Toad's Worth, Wario. I love Wario. Those would be like my top 3 Mario characters. To answer your question. A Day Without Tears, that is the episode you mentioned where SpongeBob's repetitive crying, and that's exactly what happens to Squidward after losing the bet to SpongeBob. Yeah, Day Without Tears, yeah. That episode annoyed me as a kid. Hold on, this game is actually decent. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm a little lost right now. Kind of tells you where to go. The ghost. You follow the ghost and it kind of tells you where to go. Do I have to fight that guy? Is that what's going on here? Is that what it's telling me to do? I'm gonna fall in the water. Ouch. Did you know that originally Squidward was considered to be voiced by Doug Lawrence, but ultimately Roger Bumpus got the part? I didn't know that. I thought Mr. Lawrence was also considered to be the original SpongeBob as well. He's so perfect as Plankton, though. Isn't that community of octopus that Squidward moved to that one time technically a cult? Are you talking about Tentacle Acres? No, that wouldn't be a cult. That would be an ethno-state. I know it's kind of a loaded word, but that's basically what that is. Actually, it's a place where only one group is allowed to live. Literally, they say, we don't accept your kind here. Like, it's not even ambiguous. It's not like, oh, well, like, a bunch of squids just happen to live there. It's actually a place where only squids are allowed to live. That could have a cult-like mentality, but the main thing that Squidville is a place where... Obviously, okay, that's... take a step back. That is not the point of the episode. The point of the episode is not about... Like, the episode is not about racism. Squidville is about living around people who all think exactly like you can make you less open-minded. That's the lesson of the episode. But they use an ethno-state to tell that story, which I think is fitting, because if you did live in such a place, a real-world equivalent of such a place, you probably would end up similarly thinking. So I guess, you know, it's a little cult-like, but that's the main thing that it is. I love Roger Bumpus. He's also Professor Membrane Invaders. Yeah, that's true. He's great in that. That's his more, like, voice, you know. Similar to the Doctor. The Doctor in SpongeBob is also Roger Bumpus, and he sounds a little bit more like Professor Membrane when he does it. Which episodes do you think characterize Patrick Star the best? Big Pink Loser. Big Pink Loser is, like, I would say... the definitive Patrick episode. Because it's not even like super about him being dumb. It's more about him being, you know, kind of a like loserish, you know? And I think what I love about Big Pink Loser is that it is an episode where it takes Patrick's character trait and it actually has him confront it. And at the end, he believably decides to be himself again. So it reverts to the status quo in a way that is so believable and understandable. Because he didn't really want to change. He didn't want to be different. He just wanted to be someone who was worthy of an award. And the story, because he gets an award for being himself at the end, the point of the story is to say that being yourself is okay. Great episode, Big Pink Loser. I would say is the definitive Patrick episode. For sure. I was thinking about if SpongeBob... Oop, where'd you go? I was thinking about if SpongeBob should do more modern topics. Some were how crazy fandoms, which Kenny the Cat kind of did, and how some internet users negatively respond to different opinions. In my most recent video on The Bully, I talked about Bulletin Board, which is about social media, which was the Season 9 episode. It's already almost 10 years old, but... that is not an episode that you would have seen in the first 3 seasons, because the first 3 seasons were in between 1999 and 2002. Or 2004. You would not have seen an episode about social media because social media did not exist. Yeah, I think it's cool when they do more. I mean, I think, you know, that's how a show should evolve. A show should cover more modern topics, you know. You could look at an episode like Bulletin Board and groan and be like, oh, really? They're doing a social media episode? But, like, I look at that and I'm like, good. Like, they should do an episode about social media because it's a thing that people can relate to. Like, you should have that lesson about negativity in social media, and that's why I praised that episode. Oh, okay, just throw that right over there. That's exactly where I wanted you to throw it, Patrick. Exactly. SpongeBob meets King of the Hill would be sweet. Ah. Outdebated. You're so correct. Saying SpongeBob shouldn't have a crossover, and there you go. Beat me to it. Great idea. Toadette is cool. Yes, Toadette is very cool. Yes, I had Mario Party 6. I still quote her saying, I'm a winner. Yeah, I'm a winner. Yeah, the way that she says it. It's ingrained in my brain. I also like her in Double Dash because they animate her pigtails really well. Double Dash was Toadette's first appearance in Mario. She exists because of Double Dash, and Toad needed a, oh, that's no surfboard. Sorry, I keep doing this. I have a hole in my eardrum, and it's kind of acting up, so I keep getting air in it. Just if you're wondering why I keep doing that. Oh, that's the meme face. That's old memes, dude. Old memes, man. What is this, 2012? Surprised Patrick? Come on. Now you have it being a game? You're so behind. And then in the SpongeBob game in 10 years, we're gonna get memes today. Can I go there? Cool. Was not sure if that was gonna pay off. It looked like I wasn't sure if that was a dead end. Oh no, I want to go that way. That way looks better. Ah, I was right. This way was better because I got more doubloons. 2 gold doubloons. Plastic. Oh, what's SpongeBob's thing? Ah! Oh! Oh! Wait. Totally messed that up. Messed that up real bad. Wario is my favorite character of all time. Yeah, I think Wario's. Do you like the Slappy episodes, Slappy Days, and the Creepy Crab? Haven't seen Slappy Days, the Creepy Crab? No. The Creepy Crab, actually, you know what's funny? I'm about to do a huge video this week, which is about good modern SpongeBob episodes. I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler for it. I'm talking about 5 episodes from season 16 that I considered good. Of all of season 16 that's aired so far, I consider 7 episodes good, 7 episodes bad, and I think 4 episodes flawed. I've already talked about 2 of the episodes I consider good, which is the Haunted Bucket and Go Fetch. I talked about them back in October. But the other 5 that I liked, I haven't talked about yet. So I'm going to cover the 5 episodes that I like and think are good. And I talk a little bit about episodes that aren't as good that I haven't covered, and the Creepy Crab is one of them. Basically, if you want to know what I think of the Creepy Crab, watch my video on Laundro Madness, and watch my video on Nosferatu. And that is my opinion on the Creepy Crab. Because, basically, it's like Laundro Madness in the sense that it basically has no story. It's just a collection of bits, and the premise is just an excuse to do a bunch of bits and no story. And I think that that is bad. I think that that is a waste of your audience's time to do that. And it's so easy to put a story. You could do the exact same episode and the exact same bits, but you could have a story and themes, and it would be better off for it. And also, it has Nosferatu, so everything I think about Nosferatu and how Nosferatu should have existed only for the 10 seconds that he existed in Graveyard Shift applies to that episode. Slappy as a character, though, which is another part of your question, I am not against the idea of Slappy. I know he's tied to Nosferatu. He's Nosferatu's assistant. But the existence of, like, a little creepy, like, you know, Igor guy, who's based on Peter Lorre, you know, like, the existence of the character, I am not against. It's actually a good, like, original horror character. If anything, they should have never brought back Nosferatu, and they should have just had there be, like, a vampire There should have been a SpongeBob themed vampire and then Slappy, and that would have been way better than this Nosferatu nonsense. So that's kind of what I think of Slappy. What if there was another what if scenario where Plankton makes a computer and turns Squidward into a computer called Squidward XP, a parody of Windows XP. So he turns Squidward into a computer? I like that idea. I feel like you could do something with that. I feel like that's a good one. I feel like we could do something there.
This place actually isn't a dump, but it sure is extra spooky.
And maybe you could if they wanted to go there. Maybe Squidward turning into a computer. It could be about like AI. You know, that like Squidward's a computer and he like generates art, but like it's you know, he doesn't feel good about it because he's a real artist. You know, maybe you could do something with that. Where it's like, no, there's no passion here now that I'm a computer. I'm not an artist anymore because computers can't make art. I don't know. I guess that would kind of muddy it because Squidward would, I guess, be sentient. So he wouldn't really be a computer. Oh, it's a whole thing. You could workshop it, you know? SpongeBob has a lot of DNA shared with Rocko's Modern Life and Ren and Stimpy. Still, a crossover may not work, but it's the closest to being something that could be thought of. Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that, you know. Those shows were before my time. Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy. Before my time. I mean, SpongeBob was almost before my time. SpongeBob came out in 1999. I was literally 1 year old when SpongeBob premiered. So, those shows were definitely before my time. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, even those shows, I just can't picture SpongeBob in another thing's universe. It's just SpongeBob's universe is so... It's SpongeBob's universe. Like, you can't cross it over. If you did cross it over, you would have to like shift universes or whatever. And I don't know, I just wouldn't buy it in the way that I could buy it with Fairly Odd Parents and Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. Like, I could buy that Jimmy Neutron would make a machine that would put him in another dimension. You know, I could buy that Timmy wishes and he goes to another dimension because he made a wish. They're magic. Duh. You know, SpongeBob, it just don't work for me. What is this?
SpongeBob,
Oh.
are we tomb raiding?
No, Patrick, we are simply borrowing. I'm sure they won't mind.
Though the way SpongeBob handles modern technology is kind of mid. My evidence, not my streaming services. What are you talking about? Is that an episode, or are you saying that they're bad at presenting their episodes on modern streaming services? Because that is true. They are terrible at presenting their show now. It's, you know, it's not entirely the fault of SpongeBob. Our whole way of presenting new shows with streaming is already flawed. You know, we have a lot of problems with that, and SpongeBob is just kind of a victim of that, you know. Not to say that they can't do better, you know. They should put them on Paramount Plus the next day or whatever. So that you can actually watch the episodes. So you don't have to wait all this time or have cable, you know, get access to cable. Who's cable, you know, to watch these new episodes. Very hard to cover new episodes because they're just so hard to get a hold of. You know, I've covered some episodes next day, you know. It's hard to do that. Hey, drop in and saying that Titans of the Tide is such a great game, and why is no one talking about Battle for Bikini Bottom for the GBA? Battle for Bikini Bottom for GBA. That was what I played last week. I'm actually putting up the full stream... Sorry, excuse me. I'm actually putting up the full stream highlight for it. It's getting posted soon. Well, as of this stream, it'll be the next Wednesday. If you're watching this on... my channel where I put the full stream videos, which is linked in the description. It's called Fanelli. If you're watching this on that channel, which means you're watching the full video, you're not watching it live, I would have already posted that, so you could go and watch it. Watch me play Battle for Bikini Bottom GBA. It ended up being almost 8 hours. That's the longest I've ever spent playing a SpongeBob game so far. This game will probably be longer, though, because it's like a full-length game. It's like a modern Switch game. I'm already an hour and a half in. I barely played any of it. Find a way into the temple. Stack boxes gain extra hit. Okay. Let me get my chat. Hello? Oh. Sorry, my chat's very hard to read right now. Better yet, instead of a vampire, they could do a siren. They're basically water vampires. You mean for if they didn't have Nosferatu and had a original vampire character? That is a great idea. Yeah, it makes it more ocean-like. Yeah, like Nosferatu makes no sense with the ocean stuff. Like, that's why it was funny in the original episode. That Nosferatu not making sense was funny in Graveyard Shift because it's like it's just so random. But now it's like, oh yeah, Nosferatu just lives in the ocean. And it's like, why? Now you're making me think about it. You know, I don't want to think about it. Doesn't give you enough time to think about it in the original episode, and that's why it works. But yeah. But I digress. But yeah, that would be a good idea to have it be a siren. I would like that a lot.
Isn't this neat?
Oh, I got a costume. Where's the other? There's supposed to be another thing here. Oh, we got a explosion. Alright, that's a... I need another, like, tiki head. Which upcoming episode sounds most interesting to you? The Green Tentacle, Happy Krabby Birthday, Karate Pals, Karen's Clatch or Karen's Patch? I think it's Karen's Patch, right? Is that the upcoming episode? I'm not sure. None of those sound like reference episodes, which is good writing wise. I mean, the reference episodes are usually a bit much, but that's not good for me as a content creator because the reference episodes are usually the best ones for me to cover. The Green Tentacle, Happy Krabby Birthday, Karate Pals. Well, it looks like they're actually going to talk about karate again. Maybe I can find something to cover in that episode. I suppose I'll just have to see them and see if any of them are worth covering right when they come out. But I definitely don't see a lot of like big like event episodes coming out. But I didn't think Bizarro Bottom was going to be like a super talked about episode. And Bizarro Bottom ended up being the most popular video I've ever made, so who knows, maybe one of those episodes will be my next most popular video I've ever made. Sesame Street is another show that is just as popular as SpongeBob, but it aired 30 years earlier. Yeah, Sesame Street. Sesame Street deserves so much better. Cut the funding for Sesame Street, those dang fascists. Imagine being the anti-Elmo administration. That's what we are. We're anti-Elmo. How are you not the evil ones in that scenario? You know, we're anti-Elmo. That's when you know you're evil. Justice for Sesame Street. But yes, Sesame Street is very popular. How long have you been watching SpongeBob? Literally, it was like the first TV show I ever watched. I think. Probably the first TV show I ever watched. Or first TV show I like really remember like getting into. No, the Not My Streaming Services line was from the Sandy Cheeks movie. I didn't see the Sandy Cheeks movie. Understood. Understood. By 30 years earlier, I mean it was 30 years before SpongeBob. Yeah, it's old. It's an old show. Sesame Street goes back. I don't know if I'd really like cover it on the channel. It's definitely very much younger audience, you know. You know, I already talk about a show that's kind of for kids. I mean, maybe like I could examine it because I think like as a social function, I think Sesame Street is very valuable as a social function. Which is why I have such strong opposition to it not being funded, you know, or funded properly, or whatever's going on with all that nonsense. From what I gather, the Green Tentacle is about Squidward helping out Sandy with her tree. Okay, not a super common pairing. Happy Krabby Birthday is about SpongeBob and Squidward trying to get a birthday for Mr. Krabs. You mean a birthday present? Mr. Krabs? Okay. Karate Pals is about Sandy teaching Gal Pals karate. Cool. Could lean more. Yeah, I like that they're leaning more into the Gal Pals. I'm going around in circles here, aren't I? Where's the other thing? What am I missing here? Oh, wait, is it over there? Oh, I see something. Something's over there. Okay, I gotta get something over there. Were there other shows besides SpongeBob that you watched, like Sesame Street, Arthur, Dragon Tales, Clifford? Oh, when I was like a kid? That I remember? Like those are like much more like early childhood shows. I don't have a strong memory of a lot of my early childhood shows. I mean, like I definitely watched like Sesame Street when I was like 3 or 4 or whatever. And all that sort of stuff. I remember Dragon Tales, Clifford, yeah, that sort of stuff. I mean, when I was a little older, I watched, you know, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron, Drake and Josh. I'm a big Drake and Josh fan. I tried to cover Drake and Josh on the channel. It didn't do that well, unfortunately. I was a little disappointed. It kind of underperformed my Drake and Josh video. So I hesitate to cover it again, even though I really would like to cover Drake and Josh. And Karen's Clatch is about Plankton infiltrating Karen's party with friends. Gotcha. Those seem interesting. I feel like of those, the most video worthy would probably be the Gal Pals one. Maybe I could try to find... Oh, there's a box right there the whole time. My goodness. Is there a... what was I saying? Oh, Gal Pals. Like, it could be a video that kind of discusses the concept of the Gal Pals, because that's kind of a pretty well received, like, modern SpongeBob thing, is like Gal Pals. Like, the idea of, what is it? Sandy, Karen, Mrs. Puff, and Pearl are like all like buds, and they have like a group of friends, and it's kind of a way of just having those characters have stories together. Maybe how many episodes have done that? Like how commonly seen is that? Has that been a thing for a while? Gal Pals? Does anyone have like a thing of all the episodes that have them? I know it was mentioned in the Plankton movie, because maybe that could be a cool episode, or a cool episode. That could be a cool video. Talks about like the Gal Pals. It'd be a very positive video because I have positive things to say about that, so I probably won't do it as well. It's probably positive videos, you know, which I am addressing in my next video. The idea of positive videos getting less attention. I am going to talk about that because I'm not going to stop doing positive videos. I want to talk about things that I think are good in SpongeBob, obviously, and I also will talk about things that are bad in SpongeBob. But that seems the most video worthy. Do you have a favorite show from Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, or maybe even Hasbro or Indie Animation? I'd say my favorite cartoon is genuinely SpongeBob. I'm kind of lucky that a show that is like my favorite is the one that gets me a lot of views on YouTube talking about. That's pretty good. I'm pretty glad about that. It is genuinely one of my favorite shows. I am not, you know, I do cover it more because I know it gets a lot of views. And I don't want it to be the only show I cover forever. But I'm a big fan of SpongeBob. I would say it's probably my favorite, like, of those kinds of shows. Live action, Drake and Josh, though. I love Drake and Josh. Huge Drake and Josh fan. Another one I liked from back in the day. Ooh. Man, it's been a while since I watched Jimmy Neutron. I should do a rewatch. Jimmy Neutron. Ooh, Flapjack. I was a Flapjack fan. Loved Flapjack. Didn't get a lot of seasons, Flapjack. Only had like 3 seasons, right? Or 4? But I was a big Flapjack. Chowder and Flapjack, those were 2. Those are like my favorite Cartoon Network shows. Opinion on 4 black boxes. Is that an Epstein Files joke? Opinion on opinion on blank. Yeah, all of the things that you think he did, he definitely did. That's my opinion on that. And worse. What were your thoughts on Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 6, the motion picture? I rewatched that episode recently. I actually thought it was very funny. I thought it was very enjoyable. Would I say it's a perfect episode?
Having fun, guys?
Hard to say. I don't have a really deep analytical look at it. But I thought I really liked it. I think that's a great episode. I think it's a good like commentary on what they're talking about. You know, the idea of a movie, you know, being different than. I wonder if they wrote it because that was season 4, right? Or is it season 5? It's post movie, so I wonder if the reason they wrote it is because a lot of the crew were working on the movie, and it's kind of that difference between working on a movie and working on a TV show. Man, this guy's getting me. Boomer. Got you, Boomer. Gal Pals appeared in Girls' Night Out and A Cabin in the Kelp, plus Plankton the movie. Oh, so they haven't appeared that much. I mean, that's a good amount, like, but it is relatively new. Like, it's not like 10 episodes or something. It's only like a handful. Yeah, I think I could do a video on that, talk about the concept. Maybe about how it's a good way to have like more of a presence of female characters on the show, because the male characters definitely dominate the show a lot more. You know, SpongeBob, Patrick, Mr. Krabs, Squidward definitely have much more of a presence on the show, as opposed to like, you know, you got Sandy, but even like those 4 have way more character-focused episodes than even Sandy does. SpongeBob is like the underwater equivalent to other animated comedy shows like the Flintstones and the Jetsons. Yeah, I could agree with that. With like the fact that it's a very specific concept and it is used to tell very relatable stories, and it's just extremely iconic. I'd say that they're very comparable. Gal Pals has been in the show since season 11. That's a while. So they haven't used it that much. Despite it being around for kind of a while. Season 11 was a while ago. What's an episode of early SpongeBob that if it was released today would not be as beloved as it was? That's a hard question. If it was released today would not be as beloved as it was. That's so hard to say. I mean, any episode is like SpongeBob is just less popular now than it was, you know, in its heyday, at least in I mean, maybe not as a franchise. As a franchise, it's much more popular, but in terms of like viewership of it, you know, just with all the, you know, issues with like cable and streaming and all that, and just that it's an old show, you know, it's been around for a long time. It's in season 15. It's been around for 25 years. You know, it's a lot. Where am I going here?
My nose is telling me we're almost.
Okay, I gotta go this way. But what is an episode that would not be as beloved as it? That was the wrong button right there. That would not be as beloved as it was, like back then. It's hard to say. So you mean like an episode that wouldn't be as well liked by today's audiences? I can't really think of one.
Either that or to get us out of here so they could rest in peace.
I feel like people are a bit more prudish now. So they probably get all up in arms about Midlife Crustacean. I mean, they banned Midlife Crustacean in 2018. So I guess if Midlife Crustacean premiered in 2018, it would have gotten banned faster. That might be an answer. What's another one? I'm trying to think. I don't really know. I don't know. Do you have an answer? What's one that you think would be not as beloved if it were released today? I love Flapjack. It blew my mind that Knuckles and Flying Dutchman are both Brian Doyle Murray. Yeah, because they're kind of different. They sound very. I mean, the voice is like the same between them, but it is just a different kind of character. They're both very piratey, but like Flying Dutchman is very powerful, and Captain Knuckles is not very powerful. Oh, okay, so I need to hold that down somehow. Okay, so drop that. Plankton has more focused episodes as well. True. I need to count that. Does Plankton have more focused episodes than Sandy? I'm sure. I mean, obviously SpongeBob is the main character of the show, but like, I'm sure Patrick, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs have more focused episodes than Sandy. Does Plankton? That would be... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That would be pretty huge to that argument that they definitely don't do a lot with the female characters. What would be the most interesting short-lived show to have been around, to have been turned into the channel's cash cow and gone on for more than 1 or 2 seasons? Hypothetical universe. I'm sure it's the one you're thinking of when you wrote that, which is Invader Zim, because Invader Zim did not get a lot of content. But if it went on to be like huge, it's probably the show with the most potential that went down quickly. I am really interested in if you did a video on Wiener Takes All. I find it a pretty interesting episode for a video. What season is that? I think I've heard the name of it. What is going on here? I think I should talk to Pearl. Pearl, I think will... Oh, okay. Yep, you get this thing. I'm really interested... Oh, sorry. Already... Honestly, Midlife Crustacean is actually a very good choice. I can't really disagree with that one. Yeah, I think people are just... I don't know. I think I have a pretty good defense of Midlife Crustacean. I get why people can get nervous about that stuff, especially with a lot of the... you know, especially with what we know now about, like, you know, Nickelodeon in that time. With, you know, the quiet on set stuff. Like, just that... There were people who liked putting inappropriate jokes in kids shows because they got a sick thrill out of it. Like, that was a thing that people did. So it's hard to look at any dirty joke, even one that I don't think had any ill intent, like the panty raid. Because usually the way I see it is like, and like you could get away with it by just like making it a part of the story. Like, obviously someone could have bad intentions and also write a dirty joke in a kid show that is important to the story, you know. But I would say a good way to look at it is, does it actually serve the story? Like, if you look at some of the, I don't have a proper example, but I'm sure if you look at some of the you know, more weird stuff in like you know, in like iCarly or whatever, you can be like, okay, that wasn't necessary. It was not necessary to do that for the story. Whereas the panty raid, I demonstrated my argument for the panty raid episode is there is not a better way to have told that story. There's not a single thing that you could have written that would have been better than the panty raid to tell that story. And because of that, okay, I guess I don't need to do that. Where am I taking it? Where am I taking this box? And I think on those grounds, like, it's just something that I look at a little differently. What were your thoughts on the season 4 episode Best Day Ever? Did you know it was originally considered to be a season 5 episode? I did not know that, and I actually like Best Day Ever. I know a lot of people hate it. I did a video on it. You should check it out. I have a video on this channel. Yeah. Well, on the channel I'm streaming from, which is Jackson Fanelli, which if you're watching this as the posted video, would not be this channel. It would be a linked channel. But yeah, I think Best Day Ever, I think a lot of why people don't like Best Day Ever is just because of the way it was advertised, which makes it different from Truth or Square, which is an episode that people don't like because of the way it was advertised, and it's an awful episode, you know? But I think Best Day Ever is just people were expecting a special. They were expecting something longer, something bigger. And Best Day Ever in a vacuum is just not a bad episode because it has like a real lesson, it has a deep, you know, it's about a lot of stuff. There's a few flaws in it. It's certainly not perfect. You know, I had a few fixes for some of the flaws in my video on it. But I think a lot of the dislikes for Best Day Ever are a little overblown. I think one of my favorite debunkings I ever did of a common SpongeBob take is on Best Day Ever, because it's like a lot of people say about Best Day Ever, they're like, how come Squidward gets like a gig if Squidward is a bad clarinet player? Like, why are they going to see him play? And I think it's such a mean take to be like, yeah, Squidward would never get a gig in his life. Like, you know, people who are mediocre can get gigs, especially if it's like a local thing, you know? And like, I don't know, maybe he practiced a lot. Maybe he did a better job. But I had a whole like debunking of that. Not debunking, but more like an argument against that take. My personal favorite Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy episode is Mermaid Man Begins. I find it extremely funny and the idea is very fun. It lacks a deep lesson, but it's a parody of silly origin stories. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Probably caught it on TV as a kid. I wouldn't be able to say if it lacks a lesson because I actually haven't seen it in so long. What did you say? You say it lacks a deep lesson. So it doesn't lacking a deep lesson is not necessarily bad, actually. Lacking a lesson at all is bad, is how I define it. But if you have a lesson and it's just not that deep, at least your narrative is still saying something. Lots of Sandy episodes are either just her not being a sea creature or her being awesome. Yeah, or her being a scientist. That's more post-season 3, other than Sandy's rocket. Where am I going? I should go here, right? I'm supposed to go here. How do I get over here? What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I got to take it off the pressure plate. Duh, because it comes back up. Yeah, perfect. The puzzles in this game are a bit better than the puzzles in Battle for Bikini Bottom. Bro, is that the first thing I've said that's like a commentary on this game? I've just been talking to chat the whole time. Well, you know what? There isn't a lot of commentary on this game, to be honest, because it's good. It's a good game. Like, they're doing a good job, you know. And I can do that. Like, I can make my video on this game where I like review it. You know what I mean? I think this is more about showing you the game and just engaging with the audience. So yeah, that's probably why I've been talking as much about this game. Invader Zim and Fairly Odd Parents premiering on the same day is so funny to me. One was ended way too early and one went off way too long. They premiered on the same day? Seriously? That's nuts. I did not know they premiered on the same day. I need to get another box. There's another box somewhere. It's got to hit the thing. That is a funny comparison, though. One of them was ended too early. One of them went on too long. Interesting comparison. Oh, wait, it's this one. This is the box I want, because that's the box I'm already using. Yeah, there we go. Winner Takes All is in Season 15, and it's about Squidward becoming a manager in Weenie Hut Jr. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I could check that one out. I feel like there's some stuff to say. Season 15 is really recent, too. And what about Atlantis Squarepantis? Does it have as many complaints in the story like Truth or Square? I have not seen Atlantis Squarepantis in a very long time. I don't think I will... I'm going to have to do an Atlantis Squarepantis video. I think it's just kind of important. It's just kind of an episode that needs to be covered. With a channel that's doing the things that my channel is doing.
Looks like the Flying Dutchman was here.
My opinions of Atlantis Squarepantis and Truth or Square, like from back in the day, are okay. Did I do something bad? My opinions on both are different. I definitely liked Truth or Square less back when I was younger, and I probably would feel like I can't imagine that I would say about Atlantis Squarepantis as scathing as what I said about Truth or Square, which is Truth or Square is the reason I stopped trusting SpongeBob as a show. Like, I don't think Atlantis Squarepantis did that for me. I think it might have done that for some other people, but Atlantis Squarepantis did not do that for me. But I could probably look at it from a very analytical perspective about what it is. So that you should expect that. I don't know how soon I'm going to do that video. It's not high on my list, but I'll definitely cover it at some point. What did that do? Okay, that did that. Nope, they're throwing stuff at me. This game is very fun, though. I am enjoying it a lot. Is SpongeBob Trash Pants among the episodes you consider good in season 6? Yes. Yes, it is. I think it's a very good episode, and I will be discussing it in the video this week, so stay tuned. If you could eradicate one gag in SpongeBob, which would you choose? By eradicate, I mean it would have never existed. Gag? Like a running gag? See, that's funny because, you know, the my leg gags in the modern era are very annoying. But if you get rid of my leg, that means you would have to lose the my leg gags that were in the original run. And I would much rather deal with bad my leg jokes in the modern era than lose the my leg jokes from the original from the original 3 seasons. So definitely not my leg. What are some gags? Like, what would be like running gags in the show? I can't really think of many that like really get on my nerves other than them overusing my leg. Do you have any like examples of like some gags that are like that go on for a while? I just can't think of it. I just can't think of them all off the top of my head, you know. Despite what I may seem like, I am not just a complete encyclopedia of everything SpongeBob in my mind. Was there a reason why you wanted me to watch your full video? Were you the person who... I mean, I want everyone to watch all of my videos. I don't know. Did you ask a question that was relevant to some of my videos? You might have been talking about best day ever. Were you the person who asked that question? Alright, we did it. We got the puzzles. Do you agree that Lady Upturn is like the new Squilliam of the new seasons? Do you like her? Lady Upturn, I have never seen an episode where Lady Upturn is a focused on character. I've only seen her in like episodes where she's like a minor character, where she like shows up. You know, where she like just like appears. But I've never seen a like what is her deal? Like, I don't even really know who she is. I know she just, like, shows up and has, like, a dog or whatever. And says, like, I am offended. That's her thing? I'm offended. So I don't even... I would have to watch an episode that was focused on her. I would say that she's not the new Squilliam from what I know about her. Because Squilliam is more than just, like... I get the comparison because she's, like, a pretentious, like, rich person. And so is Squilliam, but Squilliam's purpose isn't really so much to be a pretentious rich person. Squilliam's purpose is to be a foil to Squidward. So if Lady Upturn is not that, which I'm pretty sure she isn't, then no, I would not say that she's the new Squilliam. I would not say that she fills the niche that Squilliam fills. That makes sense. Do music cues count as gags, like Nicholas Carr using grad skirt chase? Count as gags? No, I don't think a music cue counts as a gag. I would say a gag is like a thing that happens in multiple episodes. That, like, you know, is like a recurring thing. Like them saying my leg would be like, I don't know why I forget what buttons are. That would be a gag. Like them saying my leg. I'm trying to think of other ones. Does SpongeBob have that? SpongeBob definitely has a bunch of running gags, right? Can't imagine it. I just died. But no, a musical cue would not count as a gag. I would say it's just a musical cue. Lady Upturn is the worst. Every new character they've introduced is literally one joke. It's impressively bad how capable they are of writing new characters. Interesting. I should watch some of her episodes. You know what I am planning on doing that I think is very exciting? I think I want to do, you know, I did every Flying Dutchman episode. I think I need to do every Bubble Bass episode. I think that's got to happen. It's going to be tough. Bubble Bass has like 20 episodes. More than Flying Dutchman. I think I might do that one differently from my Flying Dutchman one, where my Bubble Bass video will... Probably instead of ranking the episodes from worst to best, I think I'll just go in chronological order, like start with Pickles and do chronologically every Bubble Bass episode, and discuss how they use him as a character.
These might be clues to where the
And then maybe rank all the episodes at the end rather than making it as specifically a ranking video. Make it more of like a Bubble Bass video.
Are they telling us?
See you, Jackson. I'll be watching new videos too. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for being on the stream. Appreciate it.
The answer's right in front of you.
Upward from season 16 focuses on Lady Upturn quite a bit. Upward from season 16? I just watched all of season 16. You mean, was it season 15? What if the Donut of Shame was extended as an 11-minute episode where the reason why Patrick was worried about eating SpongeBob's donut was because Squidward told him a scary Donut of Shame story? I feel like that wouldn't be necessary. I feel like the Donut of Shame works. I don't even remember it that much of an episode, if I even liked it that much, but I feel like it works because it's a shorter episode. I feel like it's kind of designed for it. Upward is from season 15. My bad. No, you're all good. You're all good. You are forgiven. But yeah, I'll look into it because I was just like, I just watched like all. I actually wanted to ask because I'm like, did I miss it? I'm writing an episode where I literally talk about my opinions on every season 16 episode. I have a chart of every currently aired season 16 episode where it's the name of the episode and whether or not I think it's good, bad, or flawed. So I didn't want to miss one if there was one. Man, you know what I just noticed? It has said collect trash 314 the whole time. That was from the like side quest that I like didn't do. That's just been here. I'm like trying to record footage to like do this as a video. It's gonna say collect trash. Like all of my footage because I didn't do some side quest. Was this a boss battle? Bro, we're in a boss battle. I commented this on a video, but I've been very interested in a Bubble Bass video. I know, how long have I been talking about it? I've been talking about it a lot. Doing a Bubble Bass video. To be fair, that's a huge project. So I kind of want to hype people up for it too. Be like, yeah, we're doing a Bubble Bass video. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I also think I am not gonna be too like negative on Bubble Bass like as a concept. Oh, I get it. Okay, I get it. I have to open him up and then I gotta karate kick him. You know, I don't think Bubble Bass is inherently bad as a character, you know? But I think I'll have good takes on it rather than like, oh, Bubble Bass is annoying. His only jokes are about that he's a big fat guy and that's like all of the jokes. Like we know that that's a flaw. But like what are the deeper reasons why they overuse Bubble Bass, why it's a problem? You know, these are the things that I'm looking to examine when I discuss Bubble Bass. I like Rube Goldfish. I find him most... Oh, am I supposed to be smacking him? Okay. Does Patrick do more damage? Or does it not matter? I like Rube Goldfish. I find him most entertaining of the new recurring characters. He's the guy with the camera, right? He's like the photographer guy. I think the only episode I've seen of him is he appears in Laundro Madness, and I was very confused because I don't really know what his bit is. So I didn't really know what was going on there. But I'd have to know more about him before I had more to say about the character. Oh, they're homing on me now. They're coming after me. How's the game? I just got around to Cosmic Shake on Christmas. I am enjoying it a lot. Trying to think of some things to say about it because I do want to do like a review when I finish the game, like on the gaming channel. And the fact that it's pretty good, like, I mean, I could talk about why it's good, but I don't have a whole lot to say about it. Currently, I'd say what I'm mostly thinking of with this game is that it's a very good portrayal of SpongeBob in a video game world. Oh, SpongeBob and Patrick do the same amount of damage. Patrick does not do more damage. You know, like it's comedy and stuff. Although I am jumping over a lot of the dialogue because I'm not interested in sitting here on stream and just reading through all of the dialogue. You know, I'm more interested in actually like engaging with the chat and their questions. In one episode of SpongeBob, Bubble Bass and Squidward are paired up. It's called Bassword. I've heard that is a well-received episode. And it's also, isn't it the only episode that does not have SpongeBob in it, like at all? Is that correct? Bleh. Oh, underwear. Oh wait, am I supposed to do something? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do something. Okay. Do I grab him? Oh, there we go. And there we go. The Real Jims does really good character history videos. He focuses on how their use of the show evolved along with how their character evolved. You could do something similar with Bob. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. Is I don't think I do that for like every character because I'm more of a critiquer than a like history. Like I won't. Oh, duh! I forgot that there's a go in the ground option. Keep forgetting my tools. But that's probably a video that's very good at like putting all the like facts. Like this is the first time this character did this. You know, that's not really what I'm gonna do with Bubble Bass. It's more gonna be purely analytical, just because that's what I do and what other people do. They can be very good at when they talk about like all the facts and stuff. You can change the side quest if you want. Oh, I can get rid of that. Oh, nice. Gotcha. What were your thoughts on several modern Squid torture SpongeBob episodes? Many of them either have him snap at SpongeBob or Patrick repeatedly, or have them pushed to his breaking point where he cries.
Right, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, what would be a...
Marigold isn't a monster, but
What would be a
your monster.
modern Squidward torture episode? I'm trying to think of one.
Come on, back to the floating patty, everyone. We gotta get a
That was a good boss
move on
battle.
Neptune's gala.
I'm trying to think of one. What would be like a season 16 where any of them... Because you had like... I could think of Squidward focused episodes. Squidward's Tough Break wasn't really a torture episode. Man, I have no idea. What would be a good example of a modern one? What's one I'm not thinking of?
Hey, look! The resort's right over there. We can just surf back to it.
I'm sure there's something. I can't think of one. You think of an example? Season 16? Any recent season where it's like Squidward torture? What do we got? We got Bizarro Bottom, Chris the Weredoodle. Laundro Madness was a little bit of... I wouldn't call it Squidward torture. He wasn't really tortured in that one. Oh, I'm trying to think. Can you do a video discussing when Mr. Krabs agreed when it does work for a SpongeBob episode? Oh, when Mr. Krabs' greed works for a SpongeBob episode and when it doesn't. That could be a good subject for a video. Just Mr. Krabs' greed in general and how it works with the story. Because there definitely is a line. There are times where it's like, it's just a bit much. I get what you mean. That could be a good video subject. Stuck in an Elevator from season 15 is Squid Torture season 15 episode. I haven't seen that one. I should check it out. Season 13 has Squidward's Sick Days, Plain to See, and Squidward for Squidward Torture. I've seen none of those. I haven't seen any of those episodes you're talking about, unfortunately. All right, I think...
With her can-do attitude, we should get this all fixed in no time.
I hope so. I could use a break right about now.
Me too, Pat.